Before I start with Volume 2, I want to analyze some things that I missed in Volume 1. In Chapter 1, Ego says that all Japan needs is a revolutionary striker. He continues to glorify strikers, and the whole camp is made to create the best striker. Yet the characters, who are in the camp to become the best striker, have to concede that other positions are necessary. They do this by playing those other positions. If all Japan needed was a striker, then how come all the other players who changed their position aren't sent home? I skimmed through the last chapter, and I believe the other members from the camp make up the team. How come the revolutionary striker wasn't the only one chosen to be on the team? That's all they need, right? It's a contradiction. On to Volume 2. Chapter 5. This chapter sucked. Ego continued to glorify strikers and goal scoring. For teams that are to be eliminated in the round robin, the player who scores the most goals on that team can avoid elimination. This stupid ideology causes the players to act like idiots on the field. Teammates are fighting for the ball just so they can be the one to score. Chapter 6. This was okay. The art and the use of soccer moves is pretty cool. Team Z continues to act like annoying idiots while Team X starts working like a team. They all rely on the one skilled guy, which I suppose is how Ego wants soccer to be played. But then that star player passes to a teammate who then scores. It's ironic how the team that actually works together is the one that's winning. Chapter 7. This chapter was decent. The two main characters make a plan that relies equally on each other. One baits and the other scores. It's almost as if teamwork is what wins matches. Baro's over-the-top dialogue is kinda cringy. More irony begins when the protagonist passes the ball to another teammate who then scores. Baro criticizes Isagi for not taking the shot himself, calling him talentless. It seems like Baro and Ego share similar views, but Isagi is doing his own thing, which leads to a goal. Baro also passed the ball in the last chapter, so I don't know why he's mad at Isagi. He says he choked, but it looked like Isagi instinctually made the right pass. Chapter 8. This was garbage. Kunigami, the one who scored from Isagi, takes his side and says that it might be a hint on how to win. Could it be that teamwork is the secret to success? Then Isagi says something stupid. He theorizes that the key to victory is an overwhelming talent to hold the team up and guide them to victory. This story is reaching across the table to justify its nonsense. The explanation is that the team started in chaos, but Baro showing his talent allowed Team X to follow his lead. Baro scored on his own. Following his lead would be trying to score on your own as well, but that's not what happened. They started passing to him, and he started passing back. Seeing someone score on their own would not inspire a person's teammates to start working with them, especially with Blue Lock's environment and culture. A team could have easily decided to play like a team without an overwhelming talent, due to selflessness or the knowledge that soccer is a team sport. Then Isagi says probably the most asinine piece of dialogue related to soccer. Football and the teams within it are born from a top-notch striker. End quote. These characters are so stupid. At the end, Ego gives some long, dumb speech about strikers' weapons. At one point, I believe he's saying that the selfless sacrifice of playing a non-forward position is why Japan's team is stagnant. I've never watched them play, but I honestly doubt that's the issue. I'm willing to bet that most teams that have won a World Cup had people playing in these selfless positions. Since I complimented the art before, it's fair that I give a problem that I have. About half of the characters look like females, and it was honestly confusing the first time I read it. Soccer is not a mixed gender sport, so I had to look up if some of the characters were actually guys. That's a very questionable and confusing choice, especially for a soccer manga. Chapter 9. This chapter was okay. Team Z tries to think of their specialties. I like characters having specialties in sports manga. It makes each character stand out and gives them a unique role on the field. It also allows strategies to be formed around them. It also reflects reality, because players have their own playstyles. Later, with the help of Kunigami, Isagi is able to find his. The two bond over this, and it was good dialogue and character interaction. Chapter 10. This chapter was okay. The characters play against their next team, and their efforts are all being countered. Chapter 11. This was also okay. The way Okawa scored was smart. The characters revealing more of their weapons is cool. Chapter 12. This chapter was good. Isagi wisely prevents a counterattack instead of going for the goal. It's almost as if he's a team player. He successfully stops his opponent with this decision. The goal they scored was cool, and they scored with teamwork, not just a star striker carrying the team. Nico, the guy who was stopped, starts talking about him and Isagi having special eyes and how he can manipulate his teammates while Isagi man-marks him. Chapter 13. This chapter was actually great. The opponents are cutting up Team Z and reach the goal until the protagonist steps in. Isagi stopping the pass and turning was epic. Isagi passes to Kunigami, who passes to Bachira, who passes to Isagi, who scores a spectacular goal in a double-page spread. Once again, they succeed due to teamwork. That's the end of the volume. This volume wasn't bad. When the manga isn't focusing on its cancerous ideology, and simply allows the sport to be played alongside great art. It's enjoyable. But a problem I do have is how far it goes to create such a unique ideology, but when the characters go against it and still succeed, the story still acts like the original ideology is valid. It avoids speaking of contradictions, but continues to contradict itself with every match played. I don't respect that, and I think it's bad writing. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and check out my manga for free online. If you enjoy my content, please consider donating to my Patreon. All important links will be in the description.